This is my second lecture on rotational motion. And today I will be concentrating on torque and angular momentum. I have observed the moment students hear about torque, angular momentum and rotational motion, they lose their patience. Please have patience. A little bit of concentration will give you answer quickly, and these are very paying topics. So let us discuss answer number 1. You have been given a disc which is rolling on a plane surface. Now you have been asked angular momentum about O. Relation is angular momentum about any general point O is equal to angular momentum about center of mass, which is O, plus R cross P. R is the radius vector from O to center of mass, and P is momentum, normal momentum. This is I omega plus R cross mv. M you can take out, that is R cross V. This is I is half, because it's a disk, half mr square omega into omega plus m R magnitude, V magnitude and sin theta. Theta is the angle between V and R. So this gives you half mr square omega plus m r omega r sin theta. R sin theta is this r. So therefore this gives you 3/2 mr square. This is the answer. Now this is again concept of angular momentum, but in this case it is a case of a particle. So in this case you will have direct answer. L is equal to R cross P. R is the vector from about O to this position. Now particle is projected with, I have taken V naught so that I can differentiate with V. Projected with V naught velocity at an angle of 45. At its highest point, the vertical component will cancel out. Therefore only horizontal component is there. That is mv cos 45. Okay. Now this is r vector, this is theta. If you take it backward, like this, if you take it backward, this is r vector, this is theta. So r sin theta is equal to this height. This I have taken r magnitude, v magnitude, sin theta. M I have taken outside. V naught cos 45 is the velocity, and r magnitude sin theta. R sin theta is h. Therefore, m into v naught into 1 by root 2 for cos 45. H. What is h? H is maximum height, which is equal to v square sin square theta by 2g. V naught square. Instead of v, I have used v naught. V naught square sin square 45 2g. The answer is mv naught whole cube 4 root 2 g. So differentiate this question and the previous question. Previous question was for a disk. There, if you want angular momentum of this, you have to take ICM plus R cross P. In this case, because it's just a particle, so ICM will be 0. Therefore, only answer is R cross P. Answer number 3. There is a ring which is rotating with angular frequency omega. Now, small pieces of mass m each are gently attached. So, what will happen is, this is the case of when you are not applying any torque. So, conservation of angular momentum gives you I2 omega 2. That is angular momentum after is equal to angular momentum before. So I2 omega 2 is equal to I1 omega 1. I2 is angular momentum, moment of inertia of ring plus moment of inertia of these two small masses. About this, the distance is r each side. So therefore mr square, capital mr square. This is the ring. So in case of ring, angular momentum is mr square. This gives you mr square, that is omega 2 is equal to mr square omega divided by m plus 2m. m by m plus 2m omega. Now in this question, be slightly careful. If this is a disk, so disk I will be equal to half mr square, and the whole question can be solved once again. So रिंग के केस में mr square और disk के केस में half mr square. In such cases, this is the care to be taken whether it is a disk or it is a ring. Again, there is a rod. There are two beads which were initially lying at the center. Therefore, because there is no external torque involved, I can apply conservation of angular momentum. I2 omega 2 is equal to I1 omega 1. I1 is rod about its center, ml square by 12 omega naught, ml square by 12 small m l by 2, because finally these beads will reach here. So m l by 2 whole square plus m l by 2 whole square is the total angular momentum omega 2. Omega 2 is equal to ml square by 12. ml square by 12 plus 2 times ml square by 4 gives you ml square by 12. 12 कट जाएगा, काटना चाहो काट दो ऐसे. This gives you m by m plus 6m omega naught. I have given you two variations of the same question. First question, second question, same type. Third question, fourth question, same type, so that you can get feel of the question. Again in this question, using conservation of angular momentum, I have to find out the position of another bead. So it is very easy. I2 omega 2 is equal to I1 omega 1. I1 omega 1 is mr square omega. Now first mr square plus m by 8. The distance of first is given 3 by 5 r whole square plus m by 8 x square, and you are given omega 2 8 by 9 omega. You add this, 25, 200, 209 mr square plus m by 8 x square is equal to 9 by 8 mr square. You take it this side. M by 8 x square is equal to 9 by 8 minus 209 minus 200, which gives you 16 by 25 r square. X is equal to 4 by 5 r. Now this way, in the first lecture I have concentrated on moment of inertia. In second lecture I have concentrated on torque and angular momentum. And two more lectures I'll be giving. Please attend those lectures also, and you'll find this topic very easy.